big shout out to my boy Efo. What's going on, Efo? You got to watch us every week.
Do you know he sounds like that? Or, I mean, I don't... What?
Efo talks like this sometimes. That's what I've been told. You need to subscribe to us. Do it. Do it now. Anyway, also want to give some shout outs to Goon PS3. This guy, you should, okay, Goon, that's Goon PS3, like PlayStation 3. This guy is nasty. He said he's one of the greatest Call of Duty players ever. You might want to get his shit and do it because, you know, I'm not a gamer. Also want to give a shout out to Mr. Production SX. This kid's young, but he does some real good graphic stuff for intros. Guys, go check him out there at the top of our box. Anyway, moving on to the NBA All-Star Week.
It's just a weekend. It's not a week. Just a weekend.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the correction.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
That's why I'm here.
Moving on to the NBA All-Star Weekend.
There we go.
All right. So, what do you think, man? I know you're not a big fan.
Here's my analogy, and this is what I'm thinking. The LA Lakers did by far this one thing that men always want to do. Pull your dick out of the pretty girl and bust all over her face. Now, wait. Here's what I mean by that. They looked at the Carmelo Anthony trade and be like, wow, it'd be really good to have Carmelo Anthony. But wait, Dwight Howard, you're going to be a free agent here soon? Never mind. So they pulled their little penis right out of Carmelo Anthony trade.
How do you know it's a little penis?
Big,
I don't
huge,
think
whatever. They're holding it in their hand and they're praying that Dwight Howard, the rumor might or might not be true that he wants to be a Laker.
Right.
So next season, Dwight Howard, that'll be his last season on Orlando, in my opinion.
2012, yeah.
So if I'm Orlando, and I know Dwight Howard doesn't want to sign with me, and Ron Jeremy can't convince him to stay, it's going to be like, I will send you to the Lakers for Andrew Bynum and anything else I can get, because it's better to get something for him than nothing. And on top of that, you're sending him to the other conference.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the other question is, where's Chris Paul going to end up? Are we going to have one of these where Chris Paul and Dwight Howard get together? And what if they go to the Clippers?
What if Derek Fisher ends up retiring and Chris Paul runs the point for the Lakers?
Derek
and
Fisher
Howard
still plays?
Why you want Joe, man?
Wow.
Derek Fisher is a clutch player.
Clutch.
Anyway, did you see
the 10,000 games?
That's right. He's only 35.
Did I see the dunk contest? Hold on. Did you see the dunk contest? What do you think?
I thought, okay, for all you guys who didn't see the dunk contest, run over to ESPN or whatever and catch the clips because, you know,
it'll probably be in our time.
Yeah, because everybody goes, where the fuck's the dunks, man? I don't see no motherfucking highlights, man. What the fuck's these motherfuckers talking? We can't do that.
Because we're trying to stay partners.
Okay, we like to stay partners with Google and YouTube. We don't want to get yoked. We got yanked. I mean, get yanked. Or get
Who
yoked.
got yanked?
Who knows?
We never
I
got
don't know.
yanked.
We never get yanked.
No.
Anyway, so,
Again.
It was impressive.
It was entertaining.
Like a three-headed or three-ball dunk? Well, what do you call that?
Okay, you call it, I will get it on the 19th try. That shit's getting old. I understand you're getting creative and you probably might need one or two or three. Cap that shit off at a 3-dunk limit.
Right.
You get 3 tries. Because the first Bama took 1 minute and 37 seconds to do his dunk. And he lost.
It's the bottom line is it's a popularity contest. It is. I mean, to some degree, with the guys who are dunking, because and it has gone back for a long time.
Oh yeah, because they reverted to texting. Texting the winner.
Yeah. I mean, did you think Blake Griffin's dunk? Now he's the man. I mean, the guy's athletic as shit. He can dunk crazy. In-game dunks like Vince Carter. He's nasty.
Dude, the best dunk he did was the first one he did of the night. The
Absolutely.
362-handed dunk. That to me was the most impressive thing. And like the arm through the rim, that's already been done. Jumping over the car, already been done.
Right.
It's just so hard to be creative. McGee came up with some of the most creative dunks, but it just got boring because it's like, wow, he's gonna try 37 times.
In bottom line, it doesn't matter how good the dunks are. The fans are going. Do you remember when Michael Jordan, and I saw this just a couple weeks ago, had a dunk contest against? He was him and Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, I mean,
I texted you that shit, didn't I?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I texted David. I watched this review or this.
It's probably in black and white and real.
It literally was. Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan's in the finals of the dunk contest, and Dominique Wilkins destroyed him. But the shit was in Chicago, and if they had gave it to that kid and play hairdo having motherfucker, they would have had a ride up in that camp. So Jordan won it. Anyway,
with that said,
let's talk about some NBA basketball.
Yeah, let's. It seems like this is the year of the old men, and the reason I say that is because the Spurs old as hell.
Now, stop. Hammer time. Oh. Do you know? You want to know something that's going to freak you out?
What?
The Spurs.
Average age is 46.
The Spurs. Do you know their average age is literally almost the same as the Bulls?
Really?
Huh?
How is
Do you
that?
know that?
What do they have? A 17?
Who do you think is the oldest team in? Who do you
Celtics.
guys think are the oldest team in NBA?
Celtics.
The Heat. Do you know who the second oldest team is?
Celtics.
My beloved Lakers. Do you know who the third oldest team is?
Do you know who just lost to Cleveland because they lost interest in playing basketball? His beloved Lakers. Do you know who Cleveland's beat? No one! They are horrible. And now here's the thing.
It only matters in May and June, bitches.
True. Tell me how important LeBron James is to a team now. Because Byron Scott, right now, you're not looking too good as a coach.
Well,
you
okay.
obviously can't get those guys up to play. Either feed them some Viagra or do something.
Well, you got to understand, it's not just LeBron. I mean, Verhaven, their whole team went out. They lost like three.
Varejão's still there.
He's hurt.
Oh, well. Your
He's
team
out.
does great without Bynum.
Huh?
Your team does great without Bynum. Isn't he about due to get hurt
It's a
again?
dynasty, that's why.
A dynasty?
That dynasty's won the NBA championship the last 2 years, son.
Congratulations.
Now let's talk about
What
some
did
age.
you get? Did they send you a ring? Oh,
Did the
man.
Philadelphia Eagles ever send you a ring? Oh, no, they can't. They never got no.
Jesus
Anyway.
Christ. Anyone else want to live in yesterday?
That's what I love fucking giving George, because if I always say, hey, you know what, there has to come. Let's ask the, look at him. See him? This is George's famous, like, I don't want to hear what Kevin has to say because he's picking on me. Look, George, some way or another, in franchises, when you determine how great a franchise is, now, aren't you a Yankees fan?
Yes.
Why are the Yankees so great? Just tell me.
Because they win every year.
But is that this year?
Yeah.
Because they didn't win the championship this
They
year.
don't have to win a championship every year to be great.
Why? Why do you contradict yourself when it comes to the Yankees? Nigga?
I don't live in the Yankees.
And then when you know you're getting busted out, you do this smirk like this. Out of the see, you guys can't see it off camera, but this is George.
Okay,
Now-
who's your baseball team?
The Nationals.
Okay. Good luck.
They suck shit.
No, this year I think they're going to be nasty.
I hope.
No, seriously. They got one pitcher back from Tommy John surgery. Strasburg said he might pitch at the end of the year, which, let's face it, no. And the reason I think they're nasty is because Pujols is like, baseball been good to me. I like St. Louis,
Is
but
that how Pujols talks?
Jace, I saw the interview. He's like, I'm not doing this shit. You guys gonna come and you're gonna circle around me and ask me 10 million questions as to why I not signed? Fuck you. I'm not doing this shit.
What did
Stop.
you ever do to Albert Pujols? It's you.
Put it this way: when Albert
Pujols?
yeah, him. Hey, when he becomes a free agent, you know who's talking about jumping in the ring?
The Nationals.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, my point is I honestly don't look at a team's past. I usually look at what they're going to do this year and hope they do well. Him, being a Redskins fan, has to live in the 80s and the 90s because that's when they used to do something well. The Eagles tend to be good year in and year out. Do I think they're a good team?
Yeah.
But I usually tend not to look at what a team used to do.
Really?
I try not to.
Thank God, because if you used to look at what the Eagles used to, the Eagles have 3 NFL championships. Did you know that about
What,
your
in
team?
the 30s?
Probably.
Were they throwing a rock football?
They were throwing some shit.
Anyway, see, this is what happens when Kevin and I really don't have shit to talk about in sports. We end up fucking going this way.
Okay, back to the NBA.
What's that?
Okay, now, but isn't that amazing about the age of these teams? Did
Yeah,
you guys out there know that? Do you know at the top, the elite teams, and if you look at the elite teams in the NBA right now, it's the Spurs, the Mavericks, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Heat, the Bulls, the Magic, and the Thunder.
Wow, I
Okay.
didn't know the Mavericks were doing that well.
Okay, yeah, the Mavericks are scary because they've had injuries, they've been riddled with injuries, and they've managed to stay at the top of their game.
Looks like Peja is blowing up.
He's nasty. But all those teams, those 8 teams, 7 of them are in the top 8 as being the top 8 oldest teams.
Well, you know what I like about this? This looks a lot different than last year's power rankings.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like you had West Coast, 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 and
Right.
like the 10th team was in the East. So it looks like the balance is starting to shift a little bit.
It
and
is.
It's becoming a little more balanced. with
It is.
power.
It actually looks really good. It's going to be interesting. We want to know, who do you guys have in the NBA Finals? Who do you guys have going from the East? Who do you guys have going from the West in the NBA Finals this year? And who do you think will be the league MVP?
West side,
Before.
since this is my left hand, Spurs.
Mhm.
East side, since this is my right hand, Celtics.
Okay. I'm going to go with a rematch of last year's final. Because, and this is why, I think when it comes down to May and June, the Lakers are going to pull it together, and they match up good against the Spurs.
Yeah, I think
On the East,
I think a lot of that's going to come down to health, and the reason I say that is because I think the Lakers are starting to get a little tired, and they showed that. Like Gasol, I think Gasol's like, look, just give me somebody in here who can play with me because I'm tired of rebounding and playing offense and playing defense.
I think that's exactly why they're losing, because they're not trying to kill themselves.
Okay.
Now the Spurs, if they lose one person, it's a wrap.
So right now the Lakers are what, third?
They're third, but they're winning. They could go in as a 3 seed.
Okay, so in the 3 seed plays what, the 6 seed?
The 3 seed starting out.
Yeah, because one plays 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6. Who's the 6 seed right now in the West? Because I sure as hell hope it ain't Oklahoma. Because Oklahoma almost beat their ass last year.
I think it might be
They
too.
do not want to play Oklahoma. Because I'm going to tell you what, they will not be able to coast. They will not be able to take a game off versus Oklahoma.
But their height will destroy them.
Oklahoma, they are 19. They are all a bunch of 19-year-olds running around like a bunch of...
Oklahoma, it's funny that George is saying that because Oklahoma, the Thunder is the only team that's one of the top 8 elite teams, right? That is young as shit. That could be a dynasty in the making. Now, on the East side, I'm going to tell you what. Everybody can scream this Heat shit, but the Heat have not beat Boston one time this year.
Look, I'm a Heat fan because I'm a LeBron fan. Well, let me rephrase it. I'm a LeBron fan.
Why are you LeBron? Can you define why you LeBron? Just give me the reason.
Because I have the utmost respect for the physical specimen and how dominant that guy was when he stepped into the league at 18, 19 years old. He's 6'8", 270 pounds. He can dunk, he can shoot, he can run, he can jump. The only thing that motherfucker can't do is play defense. When he learns how to play defense, I think he'll be. And that's the other thing I cannot stand about LeBron James. He does not have a killer instinct.
And he can't prevent his mom from sleeping with his team.
But that's different. Because that's the one thing, and Kevin can attest to this. I will give Kobe Bryant till the day he dies. That motherfucker will punch his mom in the face to win a game. Kobe Bryant does not. He's wants
got the
to win
instinct
above all. And LeBron James, as much as I love him, does not have it. That's why if you told me I was picking a team tomorrow, who would I take? I'd take Dwayne Wade.
You know what's funny?
I take Dwayne
it's funny
Wade
that you just said that because I would say that that's the one thing that's scary about the Heat. Now, another thing that's scary about the Heat, and I will say this, is the fact that I was saying, okay, Mike Miller's nasty as a three-point shooter, but you saw who won the three-point. Another one of their players.
Yeah, I didn't even know who that cat was.
Me either. That's how fucked up we are with the NBA.
They found that Bam at South Beach drinking a Mai Tai at bed going, hey, what's up,
you shoot me on the arc? Then he's like, yes, son. Pass me another drink.
It'll be, I don't think this is the Heat's year. Next year, I think the Heat.
If they get young. Because those motherfuckers right now are, the average age on that team is 30. Now, over 30 years old. But a lot of those players are their bench players.
Now, speaking about young. Now, not to totally skip over football. Mm-hmm. Football's coming, and by that we mean the combine. But let's be serious. And this is the one thing Kevin and I really can't talk a whole lot on because I don't think either one of us looked at it.
Right.
These idiots went downtown. By downtown, I mean D.C. And we're going to get an arbitrator. Fuck you. Okay, seriously, you're not going to get this shit settled. And all you football fans out there, I hope
with the mediation, they're still far apart, right?
Yeah, you have to be ready not to have a football season. Like, see, that's seriously probably going to happen.
That's going to be terrible.
And here's the thing.
What are we going to do?
Dude, they have a...
Is there going to be that many MMA events?
Yes, it's not going anywhere. They have a $9 billion problem. That sounds like a problem I'd want to have. Now, here's the part that I don't understand.
I'd like to have a $9,000 problem.
Now, here's the thing I don't understand. The owners want $1 billion in good faith that we'll repay later. Fuck you. What are you doing wrong that you need $1 billion?
I'm going to tell you what I think. And I completely might not know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I think they're going to settle, and I'm going to tell you why. Because these young players are not, they're so materialistic and used to getting those checks and that money, and they're not like the old head players that are like, just fuck this shit.
But see, it's the old head players who are in charge of it. They don't have one of these 23-year-old.
But they're going to feel the pressure from all the players, the whole union, aren't they?
Maybe. And I'm going to tell you what, the owners are like, fuck your couch.
Yeah, fucking.
I'm seriously, dude. You think Dan Snyder and fucking and old grandpa out in Dallas give a fuck? They got so much money. They're like,
and they you know, a lot of these owners have other ventures. I mean, like, people don't realize did you know that Jack Kent Cooke, who was the owner of the Redskins, did you know that he's selling the Lakers?
No idea.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Kent Cooke owned everything.
Now, with that said, Daniel Snyder, if you've looked at any of his investments, and I hope he doesn't watch this video because he tried to file a lawsuit against the Washington paper, who literally just reported on what he's done in business and tried to say it was libel. Now, I'm not going to say anything against you, but for you people out there, look at his business ventures. Anybody heard of Six Flags? No, you don't, because it's bankrupt.
Yeah.
Daniel Snyder does not do well in business.
Man, I'm not gonna say anything fucked up about Daniel Snyder, except, man, fuck you, Daniel Snyder. You know, that, we gonna end this motherfucking shit. Should we get
College basketball?
Oh shit, we almost forgot about college basketball.
And here's what I have to say about college basketball. Good luck picking your bracket.
Right. This shit is crazy. And I'm gonna tell you what.
Big East's gonna win it all. I
Yeah,
don't give a shit.
my
what
man,
team.
Jordan.
I don't
This is
care.
a rare thing, yeah. Take a picture. Me and George Green on some shit.
Especially college basketball.
I don't know why, okay? I don't know why. And let's just look at this shit. These Big 10 teams and Big 12 teams. I know they have some stud teams in those conferences, but I'm going to tell you what. The fact that Pittsburgh, who probably is equipped, I mean, they're deep as shit. You know, they can have people come off their bench can beat most of the teams in the country. Their Big East team. Their record's not going to reflect it because when you look at the Big East, they are so loaded. They really, honestly, could have 9 teams go into the big dance this year, into the tournament, the big tournament.
San Diego State and BYU.
Because this is the thing. San Diego State has lost 1 game. BYU has lost 2 games.
And
they don't play shit. They play me, George, and 3 high school
Well,
kids.
one of the losses BYU has is to San Diego State. From what I understand, San Diego State is nasty.
Right.
They're young. They're all.
Do you
young,
think
but
San
they're
Diego State could be Pitt?
I don't know. We'll find
San
out.
Diego
I hope.
State can't be Pitt. They can't beat Georgetown. And you guys can argue with me all you want to. They can't beat St. John's. They can't beat Nova. They can't beat Syracuse. I could go on at how many teams.
Syracuse is slipping. Didn't they lose like 7 in a row?
Still in the top 25. That's because look who they're losing against. The Big East. The teams they play are crazy. They're like NBA teams, y'all.
We shall see.
Anyway,
it's coming up because it's what mid-February. now?
Mid-February, yeah.
And March is when it all starts.
We,
That's you. I can't rap. Fuck you looking at me for? I can't even write. This motherfucker wants to do a rap about March Madness. Look at me
Man, I
talking
might
about
have to do that shit. I might have to break that shit out, man. My skills, man. Motherfuckers be joning on me
Y'all might
on
get
YouTube.
to see who Biggie Nice is.
Oh, y'all want to see Biggie Nice. And it ain't me. I'm going to just let y'all know that. We're out.
It's the jihadist next door.